From mass-produced Shermans to experimental super-heavies, America deployed hundreds of thousands of armored fighting vehicles across every theater of the Second World War. Today, we're revealing what each one would cost in 2024 dollars. And the numbers tell a fascinating story of wartime economics, from budget workhorses to astronomical failures. The price tags might shock you. Let's begin with the light tanks, the nimble scouts that spearheaded America's armored doctrine in the early war years. M3 Stuart. The M3 Stuart cost $18,000 in 1941, roughly $375,000 today. This zippy 14-ton reconnaissance tank proved its worth across North Africa and the Pacific, delivering mobility at a reasonable price point. M5 Stuart. The M5 Stuart, an upgraded version with improved engines, ran $19,500, about $325,000 adjusted for inflation. Cadillac's twin V8 power plant added refinement without breaking the budget, making it one of the war's best cost-per-performance bargains. M22 Locust. The M22 Locust airborne tank cost a surprising $34,000, nearly $550,000 today. Designed to drop from aircraft, its specialized engineering and lightweight armor drove prices up despite its diminutive 7-ton weight. M24 Chaffee. The M24 Chaffee arrived late at $35,000, equivalent to $575,000 in modern money. Its 75mm gun and torsion bar suspension justified the premium, finally giving reconnaissance units serious firepower. M3 Lee Grant. The M3 Lee Grant, a transitional stopgap, cost $33,000, around $540,000 today. Its awkward riveted hull and sponson-mounted gun made it expensive for what was essentially an admission of unpreparedness. Next up, the medium tanks that became the backbone of American armored warfare and carried the fight across Europe. M4 Sherman early models. The M4 Sherman cost just $44,000 thanks to mass production, approximately $750,000 adjusted. Economies of scale made this legend surprisingly affordable. America built over 49,000 of them, proving cheaper wasn't weaker. M4A3E8 Easy 8. The M4A3E8 Easy 8 jumped to $52,000 with its HVSS suspension, about $850,000 today. Wider tracks and improved ride quality commanded a 20% premium that tankers considered absolutely worth every penny. M4A3E2 Jumbo. The M4A3E2 Jumbo assault variant cost $58,000, nearly $950,000 in current dollars. Adding over 12 tons of extra armor transformed the Sherman into a breakthrough tank at a surprisingly modest markup. Continuing with the heavy tanks, where American industry finally answered German armor with expensive late-war muscle, M26 Pershing. The M26 Pershing cost a hefty $85,000, equivalent to $1.4 million today. Rush development and its 90mm gun drove prices to nearly double a Sherman, but Cologne proved its value beyond question. T-28 Super Heavy Experimental. The T-28 Super Heavy burned through $250,000 per prototype, an astronomical $4.1 million adjusted. Only 2 were built for bunker-busting operations that never came, making them perhaps the war's most expensive paperweights. Finally, the tank destroyers, open-topped hunters built on doctrine that prioritized economy over armor protection. M10 Wolverine. The M10 Wolverine cost $42,000, about $685,000 today. Eliminating the full turret and roof saved money while delivering a 3-inch gun capable of killing most German armor. M18 Hellcat. The M18 Hellcat ran $55,000, roughly $900,000 adjusted. Speed wasn't cheap. Its aluminum components and radial engine commanded premium pricing, but 55 mph made it worth the investment. M36 Jackson. The M36 Jackson cost $48,000, approximately $785,000 in modern currency. Upgrading to a 90mm gun added just $6,000 over the M10, making it perhaps the war's best value proposition. M3 GMC. The M3 GMC half-track destroyer cost merely $23,000, around $375,000 today. Desperation Engineering slapped a 75mm gun on a truck chassis, crude, vulnerable, but devastatingly effective in North Africa. M8 Scott. The M8 Scott howitzer motor carriage ran $29,000, about $475,000 adjusted. Its 75mm howitzer provided infantry support at a fraction of tank costs, proving specialized roles didn't require specialized budgets. But tanks couldn't fight without eyes and wheels feeding them intelligence and keeping supply lines flowing. Next up, the reconnaissance vehicles and battle taxis that gave American forces their eyes, ears, and mobility across every battlefield. Jeep MB GPW. The Jeep cost an absurdly modest $738, just $12,000 in today's money. No vehicle in military history delivered more capability per dollar. 650,000 were built, making it the war's most cost-effective weapons system. M8 Greyhound. The M8 Greyhound ran $30,000, approximately $490,000 adjusted. Its six-wheel drive and 37mm gun commanded a premium over the Jeep, but armored reconnaissance required protection that canvas couldn't provide. M20 Scout Car. The M20 Scout Car cost $28,000, around $460,000 today. Removing the turret saved money while maintaining speed, creating a versatile command vehicle that balanced economy with battlefield survivability. T-17E1 Staghound. The T-17E1 Staghound went for $34,000, roughly $555,000 in modern dollars. Built exclusively for Lend-Lease, British forces received all 2,700 units, making it America's foreign-only armored car offering. Continuing with the specialized reconnaissance and utility vehicles that filled crucial gaps in mobile operations. M3 Scout Car. The M3 Scout Car cost $12,000, about $195,000 adjusted. White Motor Company's pre-war design served adequately until better options arrived, but its exposed crew made obsolescence inevitable and costly. M39 Armored Utility Vehicle. The M39 ran $48,000, approximately $785,000 today. Converting the Hellcat chassis into an armored personnel carrier added versatility at tank destroyer prices, proving specialization rarely came cheap. Harley-Davidson WLA. The Harley-Davidson WLA motorcycle cost just $380, around $6,200 in current dollars. Over 90,000 served as dispatch riders and scouts, delivering exceptional mobility for pennies compared to any wheeled vehicle. Moving on to the half-tracks, those hybrid workhorses that married wheels with tracks in brutally effective combinations. M2 half-track. The M2 half-track cost $22,500, roughly $368,000 adjusted. This iconic personnel carrier balanced protection with production efficiency, becoming the face of mechanized infantry across every American campaign. M3 half-track. The M3 half-track ran $23,000, about $376,000 today. Stretching the M2 by 10 inches added minimal cost while maximizing troop capacity, making it the most common variant by far. M5 half-track. The M5 half-track cost an identical $23,000, approximately $376,000 in modern money. International Harvester's parallel production ensured supplier diversity without price inflation, a wartime procurement miracle. M9 half-track. The M9 half-track matched its siblings at $23,000, roughly $376,000 adjusted. International Harvester's second variant proved manufacturing redundancy didn't require premium pricing during total war production. M4 mortar carrier. The M4 mortar carrier ran $25,000, about $410,000 today. Installing an 80mm mortar added fire support capability for modest modification costs, transforming transporters into infantry killers. M16 multiple gun motor carriage. The M16 cost $32,000, approximately $523,000 adjusted. 4 50 caliber machine guns in a Maxim turret commanded serious premiums, but the meat chopper devastated aircraft and ground targets alike. M29 Weasel. The M29 Weasel ran $7,500, just $123,000 in current dollars. This amphibious tracked carrier conquered snow and swamps at bargain prices, proving specialized terrain vehicles needn't break budgets. These machines fought and scouted, but they needed constant artillery support and supply to sustain operations. Next up, the self-propelled artillery and logistics backbone that kept American offensives rolling forward with mobile firepower and endless supplies. M7 Priest. The M7 Priest cost $50,000, approximately $818,000 in today's money. Mounting a 105mm howitzer on Sherman components created mobile fire support that British crews nicknamed after its pulpit-like machine gun ring. M12 GMC. The M12 GMC ran $38,000, about $622,000 adjusted. Recycling WW2 era 155mm guns onto Grunt chassis proved budgets could stretch by raiding surplus arsenals, delivering heavy firepower through creative reuse. M40 GMC. The M40 GMC cost $75,000, roughly $1.23 million today. Its purpose-built 155mm long-tom installation commanded premium pricing, but counter-battery dominance across Germany justified every dollar spent. M37 HMC. The M37 HMC went for $32,000, approximately $524,000 in modern currency. Adapting the Stuart chassis for 105mm howitzers created nimble fire support at half the Priest's cost, proving light platforms had heavy potential. Continuing with the prime movers and artillery tractors that hauled America's big guns into firing positions across every front. M4 high-speed tractor. The M4 high-speed tractor cost $28,000, around $458,000 adjusted. Tracked mobility for medium artillery came surprisingly cheap, transforming static guns into maneuver warfare enablers without breaking procurement budgets. M5 high-speed tractor. The M5 high-speed tractor ran $35,000, roughly $573,000 today. Heavier capability commanded 25% premiums, but towing 155mm pieces required substantial engineering that justified the markup. Alice Chalmers M2. The Alice Chalmers M2 cost just $8,500, about $139,000 in current dollars. This light crawler proved agricultural equipment manufacturers could deliver battlefield utility at civilian prices, becoming an unsung workhorse. M1 heavy tractor. The M1 heavy tractor went for $48,000, approximately $785,000 adjusted. Moving 240mm howitzers and heavy cargo required specialized capability that cost as much as tank destroyers, proving logistics match combat in expense. Moving on to the trucks, those unglamorous haulers that formed the mechanical circulatory system pumping supplies to hungry front lines. GMC CCKW Juice and a half. The GMC CCKW cost $20,400, just $39,000 today. Over $560,000 served as the war's most important vehicle, proving mass production could deliver capability at prices cheaper than motorcycles. Studebaker US6. The Studebaker US6 ran $2,500, about $41,000 adjusted. Lend-Lease sent over $200,000 to the Soviets, at prices matching domestic GMC production, turning trucks into diplomatic tools. Dodge WC Series. The Dodge WC Series cost $1,800, roughly $30,000 in modern money. 3/4-ton utility vehicles came cheaper than larger trucks, though command car variants with radios commanded modest premiums. Chevrolet G506. The Chevrolet G506 went for $2,200, approximately $36,000 today. Commercial truck foundations kept costs low, while 1.5-ton capacity bridged the gap between Dodges and larger haulers perfectly. Diamond T 4-ton. The Diamond T 4-ton cost $6,500, around $106,000 adjusted. Heavy hauling capability jumped prices significantly, but moving disabled tanks required substantial chassis engineering that justified the expense. DUKW Duck. The DUKW Duck ran $8,500, about $139,000 in current dollars. Adding amphibious capability to GMC trucks commanded premiums, but beach-to-depot supply chains made the Duck invaluable across both oceans. M25 tank transporter. The M25 Dragon Wagon cost an astronomical $85,000, roughly $139 million today. Moving 90 tons of disabled armor required engineering complexity rivaling tanks themselves, proving logistics could cost as much as combat. M30 cargo carrier. The M30 cargo carrier went for $18,000, approximately $295,000 adjusted. Tracked ammunition haulers brought supplies directly to firing lines where trucks couldn't venture. Beyond standard issue, America deployed some truly exotic machinery where innovation met desperation and costs spiraled into experimental territory. Next up, the specialized amphibious assault vehicles and experimental oddities, where battlefield innovation drove costs into the stratosphere. LVT-4 Water Buffalo. The LVT-4 Water Buffalo cost $45,000, approximately $736,000 in today's money. Its rear ramp innovation revolutionized beach assaults after Tarawa's bloody lessons, proving Marine Corps feedback translated directly into premium engineering expenses. LVT-A1. The LVT-A1 ran $52,000, about $851,000 adjusted, adding a 37mm turret, transformed amphibious tractors into fire support platforms, commanding armor and weapons system multipliers that pushed prices toward tank territory. LVT-A4. The LVT-A4 cost $58,000, roughly $949,000 today. Mounting a 75mm howitzer created mobile artillery that swam, combining 3 vehicle types into one expensive package that dominated Pacific Island assaults. Ford GPA Seep. The Ford GPA Seep went for $2,500, around $41,000 in current dollars. This amphibious Jeep flopped commercially despite modest pricing, proving over-engineered solutions sometimes cost goodwill more than money. Continuing with the engineering support vehicles and specialized transporters that solved unique battlefield problems at astronomical expense. M29C Weasel Amphibious. The M29C Weasel ran $9,500, approximately $155,000 adjusted. Adding swimming capability to snow vehicles commanded 25% premiums, creating Arctic-Pacific versatility that justified dual environment engineering costs. M19 Tank Transporter. The M19 tank transporter cost $48,000, about $785,000 today. Pacific Theater variants featured specialized tropical engineering that matched continental versions dollar for dollar, proving geography didn't inflate wartime pricing. M26 Dragon Wagon detailed. The M26 Dragon Wagon's $85,000 price tag, roughly $139 million adjusted, broke down into knucklehead articulation and 40-ton winch systems. Moving disabled Pershings cost exactly what building Pershings cost, revealing logistics' true expense. M1 Combat Car. The M1 Combat Car went for $16,000, approximately $262,000 in modern money. Pre-war designation gymnastics skirted congressional tank restrictions through semantic budgeting, proving political theater added administrative costs. T1E1 Mine Exploder. The T1E1 Mine Exploder cost $12,000, about $196,000 today. Roller systems represented expendable engineering paradoxes, where equipment designed for destruction commanded precision manufacturing prices. Finally, the experimental dead ends and prototype failures, where blank check development revealed total war's costliest mistakes. T95 T28 Super Heavy Breakdown. The T28's $250,000 per unit, equivalent to $4.09 million adjusted, bought 95 tons that arrived after Europe's bunkers fell. 2 prototypes consumed enough budget to field entire tank battalions. Christie T3 Medium. The Christie T3 Medium burned $35,000, roughly $573,000 today. Its convertible track wheel system pioneered technologies that influenced Soviet design, while American procurement rejected expensive innovation. M6 Heavy Tank. The M6 Heavy Tank cost $92,000, approximately $1.51 million adjusted. Producing 40 units that never deployed created sunk cost lessons in premature manufacturing commitments. T14 Assault Tank. The T14 Assault Tank ran $115,000, about $1.88 million in current dollars. Anglo-American collaboration produced political compromise vehicles that satisfied neither nation, proving international projects commanded diplomatic premiums. America's mechanized arsenal totaled over $50 billion in production costs, equivalent to $830 billion today, an industrial mobilization that purchased victory through overwhelming material superiority.